Good morning. Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. And you are knowing what you are wanting? Yes. That's good. We don't believe you, but it's good. We believe you. But sometimes what you want and what you believe are not in the same place, and then your desire doesn't feel so good, does it? So that really is the point of everything that we have to say to you. It's all about you figuring out some way to believe your own desire. And for most humans, the reason you don't is because some of what you desire has not yet come into what you call manifestation or materialization or actualization. You can't yet see it or hear it or smell it or taste it or touch it. So it feels absent to you. It's not there. You're looking for it, but you don't yet see it. And as you look for it and don't yet see it, you practice the idea of it not being there yet. And so without meaning to, by noticing what is in terms of manifestation, you practice the absence of the things that you want. Well, you live in a universe that is vibration. Most don't know it because you translate vibration so well, you don't even know you're doing it. So you are observing through your physical senses and coming to conclusions about what is. And what is, in that manifested sense, is very important to you. It's certainly what gets most of your attention as you're comparing it and observing it, talking about it, defending it sometimes, explaining it. So without meaning to, you hold active in your vibration what is, which means what is hard pressed to change, because in this vibrational universe you are emitting a vibration based upon what you're thinking that law of attraction is responding to. So you get what you think about. So if you're thinking about the absence of something you want, you keep getting the absence of something that you want. So you have to find some way of distracting yourself from the absence of it. Some use imagination. For a while we talked about scripting, telling the story the way you want it to be, talking more about what you are desiring and less about what is. But really, you live in this world where what is very compelling, isn't it? And we would like, in this time that we have together, to help what is to be a little less compelling, and what is vibrationally accomplished, which you cannot yet see or hear or smell or taste or touch, but you can feel it, you can sense it, you can know it through your emotions. If we can convince you about this vibrational reality that you've already created, where all of your desires are already all framed up vibrationally, if we can get you to begin trying to sniff out that vibrational reality instead of focusing so much upon the see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it already materialized reality, then things will speed up for you. But even more than you getting from where you are to where you want to be more quickly, it's that you will feel better along the way, and that really is the whole point. It's hard for you to hear it, but you did not come here to accomplish destinations. You came here to discover destinations, goals, dreams, things that you want, because it's so joyful, the movement toward them. Now don't misunderstand, we're not talking about the movement of moving toward them and not getting there. That sucks. We're not trying to talk you out of your manifestations. We're wanting to help you carve out a quicker, more joyful path to the achievement of the things that you want. So these things are necessary. It's important that you accept that you are a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. And it also is very helpful if you understand that you are an extension of source energy, that there is a non-physical part of you who exists and is offering a vibration that is available to you at all times. You don't hear it because you're on a different frequency sometimes. Sometimes you do hear it when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. The better you feel, the more in alignment you are, and the more you are hearing it. But we know, since you are physical and you live in this physical world, that the physical world matters to you. It matters a lot, and it should, because you came specifically intending to be a creator out here on this leading edge where thoughts do turn to things, where manifestations do occur, where you have the full-blown visceral experience of your creation. You did not come here to get into a meditative stance and stay there. You came here to revel in the exhilarating excellence of your own creative ability. And so we just want to help you to understand the basics of how the universe works, so that you can get in sync with these laws, so that you can be happier more of the time, and so that you can be the aligned, the blended, the complete being that you are. You were source energy before you came into this physical body, and now that you are here, your personality, your consciousness, and most of all, your point of focus, what you are thinking about, causes you to activate a vibrational frequency. Now that frequency, you don't even know you're doing it, but you are. That frequency is having a relationship with the frequency of your inner being. Some call it your soul, the source within you. And so the relationship between what you're thinking about and the vibration of it, and what the source within you is thinking about and the vibration of it, that's what equals your emotion. Your emotional guidance system is all about that. When you are really in sync with what source knows about you, and we don't mean about you before you got here, we don't mean about you from your non-physical stance, we don't mean you, the eternal you that is always hanging around in non-physical and occasionally coming forth into physical. We're not talking about that you. We're talking about the you right now who is having an experience with someone or something, and who has an opinion about it right here, right now. That's the relationship that we want you to be aware of, because source is with you now, aware of where you are now, of what you want now, of where you are emotionally or vibrationally, where you are. In other words, do you believe what you want? Are you talking about what you want, or are you talking about it not ever coming? Are you talking about things that feel good to you, or are you talking about things that feel bad to you? Because if you're talking about things that feel bad to you when you're talking about them, then you have found a vibrational stance that is different than the vibrational stance that source has about the same subject in the same time. And this is important for you to know, because this guidance is real time. It's real time, and it's real. It's source energy. It's all those who've come before, who are aware of you, who are adoring you, who are rooting for you, who know where you stand in relationship to everything you want, and who are calling you along what we are wanting to call the path of most allowance, but calling it the path of least resistance means the same thing, calling you toward what you are wanting. So why is it a path of least resistance? What causes us to express it to you in that way? Where does the resistance come from? Why is there even any resistance? Because you have thrown up resistance. You've put the resistance on your path, and source is calling you through your own resistance. Does that make sense to you? In other words, we could say to you, in fact we do all day every day, what you want is over there, and if you will go over there, and if you will go now, you'll find a piece of it, and you'll like it now, and it will lead to something more. But you don't go because you're ornery, or you don't go because you're worried about something, or you don't go, because you're in a different vibrational frequency. So you don't hear the precise, specific guidance because you're not tuned to that kind of frequency. But that doesn't keep Source from calling you toward what you're wanting. We like to call that your inner being, that broader part of you that knows where you stand in relationship with what you want. So sometimes when you are in a darker place or in a frustrated place, if you're feeling those negative emotions, what that means is you're not hearing it exactly as Source is saying it to you, but you are hearing it, and we want to be very clear about this. You are always moving to some degree on your own path of least resistance. We just want to say to you, you've got way more resistance on your path than you need to have, and you're putting every bit of it there.